There we go. Oh, jeez. There we go. All right, there. That works. Uh-oh. Hopefully this works. I know I haven't been doing Friday Night Lives in a while, but here we are. There we go. And this at least gives me a few minutes to set some things up and do all that nonsense. What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do with a drunken sailor? What do you do? Hello, Blessed with Pet. You're not missing this one. Hey, it's one of those days where we are not ships in the wind. We normally miss each other by a good bit. Normally, I'll get off the live, and about 3 hours later, you're like, oh gosh, darn it, I missed it. And it's like, I'm sorry. But I'm going to get some stuff set up. At least hopefully set up. The goal right now is I'm getting some stuff set up for the next week for my Facebook posts. So hopefully those go well. But we shall see. So the biggest thing right now is I'm trying to get on a schedule with work. I'm trying to get out of my little slump. Hey, Rune, how are you doing? Haven't seen you on a live in a hot minute. But also, I have not been on a scheduled live in a hot minute. And even then, I'm late. I know I always used to do like 7 p.m. It's 7:30 basically. So we're getting there. But I need to have a scheduled post. What is that scheduled post? Oh, the welcome one. Oh, okay. I've been mega busy with just everything. I feel that. I started a new job in February, and it has been like destroying my brain. So I totally get that. So I get it. Totally understand it. Let's see. So I have a scheduled post Saturdays and Fridays, which is cool. And then also I need to, let's see. I'm trying to let's see. I feel that I hope it levels out for you. It's been better recently, but it's also like insurance. Which is it's a subsection of my degree, right? My degree is human resources. So I got this new job and it's in the benefits department, working with people, teaching them what their insurance benefits are. And it's benefits in general, but the big thing we focus on is like health insurance, life insurance, that kind of thing. And so they know that what they have through the company. And it's so repetitive, it drives my brain absolutely bonkers. It's not hard, it hurts my brain. I know I'm supposed to slowly transition, but I had to buy Mana Pro because I couldn't get the other rabbit food and I'm completely out of my old. So if you have a feed, right, that you can't consistently feed, what you need to do is you need to take them completely off feed, just feed hay for like a week straight, and then put them onto the new feed. It's an old trick that a lot of breeders use to kind of switch over. Oh, I couldn't do that. My ADHD would. No, my ADHD. Okay, so I have a bit of autism. I'm autistic, and I have ADHD, and oh, it's bad. It's bad. Like I squirrel sometimes. Like I'll be sitting there talking about benefits, and my brain goes hard left, and there'll be like this huge space because my brain is somewhere else, and it's like, what was I just saying? So I get it. My ADHD can't handle that job either. It's mostly just faith, trust, and pixie dust. It is a pain, but it's okay. Hey, Julie, how's everything going? Welcome to my random, used to be scheduled Friday Night Lives. We're here. I am trying to get some stuff done. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret. It's not announced yet. I'm starting a Patreon. So I got that set up and I'm just waiting for approval and I'm gonna get it set up to kind of like do that thing. And oh my gosh, I'm excited for it, but also not, because one of the things we're gonna do is a podcast. And Danny and I are filming that and working on that. And don't tell anyone, but the first episode we're gonna talk about GMOs. It's kind of we're like, oh, let's do farming things, but Danny and I are also super into conspiracy theories. So we're like hard lefting this and hard writing this. We have the first 3 episodes planned out right now. So it's just about filming it, getting it ready, and like posting it to the Patreon versus the YouTube. Hello. Where's your marker? Okay. And then also chasing the tiny little human around. That's not a marker, that's a unicorn. It's a unicorn. I go, "Mwah, mwah, girl, I'm so spaced out. We got another foster placement, so now we have 3 babies and 2. It's just, I feel that. I have only 1 child that's 2, and Rick says hello in case y'all have missed Rick. But yeah, here we are. Let's see here. Members say none. Membership questions, schedule post. What was I doing? I was creating a new post cycle. Let's say. I'm supposed to tell you my fiance, Lenny. I'm not good at pronouncing names, but hello, hi, how are you? Let's say, if y'all ever ask me to pronounce a name, it's done. I can't even pronounce normal names. I don't know why they let me be HR. It's bad. It's bad. I had one the other day. It was like a simple, I can't even remember what the name was. It was like a super simple name, and I botched it so hard. I was so embarrassed. I wanted to hang up the phone. And it was like a normal name, but I looked at the name and I stared at it. He says alive and breathing. We are kin. That is how I feel. I feel it. That is in my soul. I feel that in my soul. I am barely alive and breathing. But let's see. But yeah. Decline member request add. Membership questions. Notify person. Please ensure you answer. Well, I don't want to do that necessarily, because what if they answer it weird? Exit. I'm gonna go jump on my Patreon here, and like I said, I'm setting it up because it's one of those things, Patreon, where I'm excited about it and I got it. So I have a new schedule set up to where basically one day I just focus on one platform to set it up for a week. So I have to get it out, sign in with Google. So the goal there is to just have everything signed up specifically for the day and to have a week's worth of content. I've got 2 does yesterday, then nothing. They're pregnant because I palpated. What? Nothing yet. I know for sure they're pregnant because I palpated. You're better than me at palpating then, because I palpated and it's done. I'm finally taking control, calling the vet. Mama and baby are on Monday and begging her to set up a payment plan and let them come home, hopefully. I hope so. I know, like, your situation is so difficult right now. Like, my dog Thor, I don't know what he did, but hey, Dylan. But he hurt his neck or his back or his paw or something. Basically, you touch him and it's over. He's yipping. He's been on cage rest all day. And he's better today, right? I was calling all of these emergency vets yesterday, just like, it was what, like midnight, 1 o'clock, going, hey, do you have any openings? Hey, what's the wait time? And most of them didn't have wait or openings until this morning. And then I call my vet and they're like, oh, hey, we don't have openings until Monday. Here's what you need to do. Put him on cage rest and see, because it's not an emergency. So I'm on that level, and I don't know if I could afford, like, a vet bill right now, right? Which I'd figure it out. But you have 2 vet bills. You have mama and baby. And not only that, but the stress you must be facing with having a brand new baby, waiting on this baby, going through all that, and just, I miss this stylist. I'm trying to bring this back. I'm trying to keep my ADHD in check, because I know, like, it's like, oh, I've committed to this. Friday Night Lives were a thing, and I have it blocked out on my schedule, and I need to sit down and do it. Almost had a vet bill for our husky Skylar. She tried swallowing an entire. Okay, I get it. I have 2 huskies, so we have 4 dogs, but I have 2 huskies, and they are just vet bills. They are walking vet bills that scream. Oh my gosh, do they. So I get it. I definitely get it. Itty bitty they creator. This kind of sounds messed up, but you know, I'll take it. Set cover. My thing is right now is I'm trying to get this set up. Don't like that. Alright. But no, I'm telling you. I'm not sure if I'm even allowed to tell people. If I would tell people, if I click tell people, share. So I have a Facebook, the Itty Bitty Homestead Committee, Patreon. Haha. I love the screaming, not the vet bills, not sure. Rune, you need to come live at my house for a day. We have 2 huskies and 2 parrots and a bullhound. You would have all the screaming in the world. I need you to convince me to dispatch 2 lion heads. I have they are useless. Girl, if I still lived in Louisiana, I'd come do it for you. Because where you live and where I used to live are less than an hour away from each other. And if I was still in Louisiana, one, I would take care of it for you. But also, I'd like come over with strawberry babies in a basket for you and be like, here you go. So when it comes to eating rabbits, a lot of it's just like a mental block you just got to get past. They taste and cook just like chicken. They have a slightly more rich flavor, kind of like turkey, or yeah, it's good. You just gotta get past that mental block. I have a husky, a great a pit, a Great Dane, and 8 parakeets. I wish I had a parrot. Julie, do you not hear my parrot? Do you not hear Pickle Rick? Are you sure you want one? Used to breed Bengals and Winnebago kittens when you open the wet. I love Bengals. Ugh. Am I allowed to share this Patreon? Let's see here. It says I'm allowed to share, but it also said it was under review as a new Patreon. I could take him in a heartbeat. You say that he pierced my ear. You can't see it anymore. He went right through my ear. He was mad at me, so I let my friend hold him, right? Oh, my bunny. Oh, my bunny is my bunny. So thank you. Oh, thank you. So last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago, I had my friend over, right? She wanted to hold him. So he stepped up on her. You have to pay good money. No, Pickle Rick will do it for free. She held him. He did great. I was like, okay, it's great. That's perfect. You know, fantastic. And next time he goes from being here. He walks up my shoulder. I look at him. I say, no, Pickle Rick. And he like tucks his head and kind of does his little waddle up, and he comes up further. And before I can do this, because this is his normal, like he'll come up and he'll chew on your ear. Before I have a chance to cover my ear so he knocks it off, he grabs this and just, I felt him go straight through the cartilage. And I just sat there, I took a deep breath, and I sat there, I'm like, I just got a piercing. And my friend's eyes get about this big. I feel the blood just like drip down the side of my head, and I'm like, and I look at her and I'm like, apparently I needed a new earring. And she's like sitting there like this. And I'm just like, come here, Rick. So I pick him up and I put him back in his cage. I'm like scolding him. It took about a whole week for it just to stop being, and I think it finally closed up. It feels better. But yeah, he gave me a brand new piercing right on the cartilage. I only have this pierced. And I don't wear earrings because of him. But, ooh, it hurt. It hurt bad. I mean, I eat them, but I'm not the one cooking. I don't think my mom would. I bet you can convince her. I gave my parents rabbit, and they said nothing about it. My dad actually enjoyed it. My mom was like, just don't tell me what I'm eating. How would I trade you a chinchilla animal, not rabbit, for him? She's a semi. No, I will fight you over that. That's my baby. Just my baby. More. Let's see. No, not public. That's not it. Leave. Copy link. Let's see, community home. If I were to control V, let's see here. But now I'll fight you over it. I will fight you. Uh, oh my gosh, y'all. I'm tired. I'm working on this stuff and I am just tired. Worth a shot. Nah, like, don't get me wrong, chinchillas are adorable. I am not a chinchilla girly. I am a parrot girly. Like, I'll sit there in the kitchen. I'll be like washing my dishes, and Rick will sit there and be like, "Peekaboo," and then I just from across the room, I look up at him and it's like, "Peekaboo," and then he'll go, "Whoa," and it's like, dude, what is wrong with you? And if you don't, he'll sit there and he'll click his beak and he'll do like a little dance and he'll walk back and forth and he'll go, "Oh, peekaboo," and he'll sit there and he'll harass you until you look up at him and go, "Peekaboo," and then he'll go, "Oh," and this will go on for like a straight hour of Rick just being Rick, and it's better than my like I've had friends and family who they sleep out on a pullout. Sounds like my 3-year-old nephew. Basically, but the parents basically are. They're like toddlers in bird form. But he'll sit there at night, right, and he'll wait for you to get kind of drowsy, and you'll just watch him. And he does one of these. He'll like rock there, and he'll watch you, and he'll go, "Help." 2 in the morning, right, and he'll "Help." Get out. And like in the middle of the night, like a little demon voice, like, "Get out." And it's like, Rick, dude, you cannot pretend to be the demon in the basement. You gotta stop that off. And he'll sit there and he'll laugh at you in like this really deep little psychotic voice. And then he'll tell you to get out. Like, you can't teach this bird. He just likes to harass you. It's like his favorite thing ever. He would be a true. No, you are right. Would he really? But it's something. I'm telling you, it's something. I'm telling you, I love him dearly, but he is terrifying sometimes. Hey y'all. Look what I made. Look what I made. Let's see here. Also, what would you do with a 14-week-old that refuses to pose? Why are they refusing to pose? Are they too narrow in the chest? Are they too long in the shoulder? Are they just wild little monsters? There's a reason why they won't pose. So the question I have for you, why won't they pose? Why do I have this? I don't know, my child's a heathen. Piece of paper. Nanas, what you doing? Worst thing about having my office in the playroom, well, best thing and worst thing. Hey, baby girl. Is you a monster? Is you a monster? Oh, thank you. But yeah. Let's see here. Look what I made. I would be so grateful if you could please check it out and provide feedback. Think of this as a soft launch. I think this is a soft launch. All right, y'all. I just posted my Patreon on my Facebook page. And I'm doing it as a soft launch, and I really need feedback. So if you are in the Facebook group, please give me feedback to see if it's coming up, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not sure because I'm not great at posing in the first place. So is it bobbing up? Is it moving back? What is it doing where it's not posing? That's the biggest thing you need to ask. I do the same thing. I read things out loud as I'm typing and I still mess up. Oh, I'm in the office and I'll like sit here and I'll like type things as I'm talking. And I got the notification. Heck yeah. If y'all are on the Facebook page, right? check out Patreon, see if it's working, and please give me feedback. Facebook is like my soft launch because it's our little like tiny community where y'all can give feedback and I can kind of work on it. The biggest goal for the Patreon is I want to post content daily, be it like small little things as like, oh, look at this rabbit, oh, look at the beautiful sunset, but also I have like newsletters coming out. We have a podcast that's going to be posted there. Like please give me feedback so I can see if it's working because this is my first time playing with Patreon and I need to see if it's actually doing well. And then I'm going to add stuff to it and kind of work on it depending. The big thing right now is just making sure that it's actually posting and is actually available and accessible because it says I can post there, right? They said I can post it and share it, but they didn't approve me yet. And they said, oh, we're going to send you an email to approve. And they didn't send me an email, but they said I could post it. So I'm not sure. Your page is live. Share your new page with friends and followers. Like, that makes it seem like... Let's see. So I just to see, it says your checklist launch is complete. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, the itty bitty shebang. Okay, I thought it was cute, okay, but you're also talking to the person who thought the itty bitty homestead committee was just hilarious. And I have no chill. I have no chill. I have no chill, okay? I was like, oh, what am I gonna name this tier? The itty bitty shebang. Haha. But the idea is I'm going to post every day, right? But the idea is like on tier 3, I'll post 3 times a week. Well, rather, let me back up. I love it. Yay! So the idea is if you're on tier 3, you basically have a new post every single day. Tier 2, I believe it's like 3 posts a week, and then tier 1 is like once or twice a week depending. So the idea is you have a say in the channel, right? You get to vote on video ideas. You get to vote on names of rabbits. You get to see newsletters. I'm gonna do like a PowerPoint once a month that goes through each and every one of the like the rabbits I have and outlines, okay, what are their statistics? So how big are they? What breed are they? How many babies have they had? And like little info blurbs on them. And then every once in a while I'll post about like Dallas or Gumball or those kind of things to give you like a more of an insight on the homestead and also give you an idea of, hey, here are the next 4 videos I'm posting. What one do you want to see first? Or if you're on a higher tier, like, what do you want to see? Those kinds of things. So basically the idea is to give you like more insight and control and just in general all the things, but also I have no idea what I'm doing. So again, soft launch on the Facebook page where y'all are like not going to destroy me, but give me constructive criticism from a standpoint of, hey, this is working, this is not working, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, so we can kind of hone her in. Hey, MB, how are you doing? We were just talking about our super secret squirrel. Oh, I just dropped that when I was moving. Sorry, guys. I was moving the live feed up, so I was making sure I wasn't missing anything. But yeah, so that's the biggest thing with the Patreon is just, like I said, it's like the smallest little thing just to try out. And again, posting new content, different content, like the podcasts Danny and I were talking about. Like podcast 1, we're going to talk about GMOs. Number 2, we were talking about organic food and whether or not it's a scam and how organic labels actually work. Episode 3, we're going to talk about cloning within the agricultural community. And that's where we are right now for episodes. We're up to 3 on... He's like, oh, I don't want to get too far ahead in subject. We say that, and on the way up the mountain today, we were talking about what we're going to do for spooky season in October, and we're talking about Skinwalker Ranch. We're talking about Wendigos. We're talking about crop circles. So the idea is it's going to somewhat, like, revolve around agriculture, but also just, like, you know, play around with it. So... just kind of like playing with it, seeing what's going on with it and all that other stuff. So it's one of those things where what do you have? Where, just trying to figure out what to do with it and play with it. And right now, with it just getting started, it's a little slow on content because I don't have that backlog. But still, if you're on tier 3, making sure everyone has something new every single day. I'm already starting a backlog on content. And then I think our first episode of the podcast will go, don't quote me, it's either going to go live Wednesday or Thursday of next week. So Wednesday we're filming it, and we're kind of arguing, and actually I can ask y'all while you're here. If you were to watch a podcast, do you want to see it live or do you want to see it recorded? So if you were watching a podcast live or recorded, let's see here. As someone heavily into Native American heritage, I'd be honestly interested to see the discussions about skinwalkers and other mythical creatures. I'm so excited about like mythical. So, Danny is Mexican and Native, right? So but he's like South American Native, not North American Native. So he has a whole bunch of different stories than like Central Native American. I'm white. I'm very, very white. So my heritage goes with like Irish lore, so like selkies, that kind of thing. Fairy circles, the fairy trees, those kind of things compared to like other things. So I know that Danny and we've been playing with the idea of should we contain it to just agriculture or should we branch off every once in a while? And like also feedback from y'all is also going to be like pertinent just to know like, hey, what do you all want to see? What do y'all think about this? And like I said, the biggest thing with the Patreon is getting feedback. So that's the biggest thing. Let's see here. I listen to recorded podcasts specifically so I can keep doing stuff and keep my brain thinking. And that's what I do too, Rune. Like I love listening to podcasts on Spotify and like Mile Higher, Lights Out, those kind of things. Uh like those, and then Stephanie Harlow, I listen to a lot of her stuff. I'm missing things. I have a couple of horse ones I listen to when it comes to like Pirelli and what's the other one? Natural horsemanship. There is an English lady I listen to too that works on dressage. I love her, but she's more natural horsemanship worked into traditional dressage. So let's just say, let's see here. Cherokee and Blackfoot mostly for me, but I live in I'm not gonna Potawatomi. Is it Potawatomi Nation? So that was the heritage I mostly experienced. I feel that I feel that my family has some Cherokee in them, but we lost records past my great grandfather, and we're trying to find them again, but the percentage is so small that it just isn't a thing. Small time AG mixed with local legends and different farming areas would probably be fun. That would be fun. So the Californians are like, I say next door, but it's like less than a mile away. It's like 2 houses down. And it's not that I'm not into Californians. It's that I'm working in proxy with them and that my lines are still there. My animals are still there. I still talk to my friend about it of, hey, breed this rabbit to that rabbit and that rabbit to this rabbit. I just don't have the space right now, especially with how hot my barn gets. I need somebody with air conditioning, hence my friend, who can work on pointed areas that need that cooler weather to get those nice dark points. So I am proxy am working on the Californian still with my lines like Freak Junior and Chow Chow are down there. They're having babies. They're good. It's just they're not in my barn, if that makes sense. Basically, my friend pops in every once in a while and it's like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'm like, keep that, breed this to that, and that. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it's the same thing I do with my one friend's. I got her into Mini Rex, and the amount of times she's like, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? And she mostly does it on her own, but every once in a while I'm like, oh, do this, and this, and breed that together with that. And I bug her constantly for baby photos too. She has a Sadie and Penguin right now. Um, my guy bestie is constantly at the gym for exercise, and I'm constantly lifting 50-pound feet sacks, and that's the end of my physical activity. I feel that. I feel that. I used to run marathons. I used to do triathlons. I need to get back into it, but work. I did it when I was a stay-at-home mom. I did a lot of exercise when I was a stay-at-home mom, but normal civilian work, I don't want to wake up half the time. So therapist says that's depression. I just say I hate my 9 to 5. I do. The only thing that gets me up and awake in the morning is I'm so excited to go outside and feed my rabbits. That's the only thing that gets me out of bed in the mornings. I'm like, oh, I got my bunnies. And then I run out there and I'm like, I wonder if I got babies today. On a side note, my ADHD kicked in. Guess who has 2 torted rabbits? True torts, not torted tries. 2 torts. Guess who just had a tort baby born 2 days ago? I didn't know it was a tort until I was really staring at it. I got torts. I'm sorry, my ADHD just kicked in real hard. What's her name? Scotch. Scotch had a tort. You know, I don't know if y'all watch me on TikTok or not, but you know the one rabbit I was pointing at, and I'm like, I'm not sure what this is yet. At first, I thought it was just a weirdly marked tricolor. I was looking at it today, and has the blue coming in on the sides, and then the brown coming up over it. And I was like, oh. And then, of course, we have, if you're still following me on TikTok, I've mentioned him twice. Truffles from my Alaskan Fox project. How do you improve Cowhawk Mini Rex? You eat them. I know that's dark. That's a very dark comment. When it comes to cowhawk, right? A lot of times when you get a cowhawked animal, when it comes to rabbits, it means they're pinched. You eat them. If they're your only choice for breeding, you breed the less cowhawked, the less cowhawked. And you slowly start breeding this. So if this is their feet, right? This is their feet when you see them upside down. This is what you want. That is going to be how the trajectory works for breeding. So cowhawked animal, pinched in the back. The biggest thing, we're going to work on this first, and then you're going to move that stance out. Cowhawked, parallel, move out. Because the idea is we want a nice, wide birthing canal and hip base. So there are a couple of ways you can look at an animal to see if it's cowhawked. When you look at it from above, they're going to be almost like this. See how my hands are to where it has like that V-looking shape? So you want them more like this. They're going to be more like that. Now, another way is if you flip the animal. My daughter just hit her head on the thing and completely moved everything around. If you look at them and you flip them upside down and you look at their feet, right? If their feet are like this when you have them flipped upside down, that's cowhawking, that's pinching. You want them to be like this and then wide set. So your biggest thing is breeding that out. That's one of the first things you should work on when it comes to a breeding program, is getting animals with nice wide hip bases, no pinching. And it's just going to improve your breeding program most. We talk about all the time, build your barn before you paint it. The biggest thing when it comes to building your barn is making sure your animals are easily able to breed without getting stuck kits. And it's one of the hardest things to fix other than a long shoulder. Those long shoulders, they're going to get you. They're going to get you good. Anyone remember Coyote Ugly where they're like, one way or another? Just me, just my ADHD pops in my head. Somebody's gonna like look at me one day and be like, what the heck is wrong with this lady? Everything. Everything is wrong with me. I just had somebody answer questions. Let's see, what question was that? Aha, a weekly win. Ho-ho. I know the weekly win post is kind of like a cop out from a standpoint. I post it every single Friday at noon. But I love reading through people's weekly wins and how everything is going well for so many people, and just, like it's like little, like, dopamine rushes, like, for instance, somebody's like, "Getting a doe from one of my favorite breeders/mentors, so excited for what she's going to add to my program." That's such a small thing, and it's so niche, but I'm so excited for this person, like, that is so amazing. Travis Green, if y'all haven't seen his lion heads, he's on the lives every once in a while, but he posts his freaking lion heads. They are gorgeous, they are bold, they are fluffy. I love seeing them, even though he's a bragger. All in good fun, though. I pick on him constantly. Him and Brett. I pick on them constantly about their bragging. It's okay, I do it too. Um, just because they're doing so well at show, I love to hear it, but also I want that. Freaking Rune with his big, sweet tempered, soft buck, trying finally figuring out what breeding is. Like, I read that and I'm like, go Rune, you finally got some babies. Um, and then like Brooke, like, my one was getting all my Catornics out of the brooder, nasty little turds. It's like, oh my god, that's so amazing. Because that's like relatable, right? Because I raise Catornics and they're little jerks. So I read through all of these fantastic weekly wins that are so niche and so small, and it's like, I feel it in my soul. And it's like Tiffany was like, she finally got her glasses and can see. Like, I I don't have my glasses. I have my glasses in like 2 years. I just struggle with the fact I'm blind if I don't have my contacts in. But I see all these weekly wins and it makes me so happy because I'm like, "Oh my god, these people are doing amazing." Not to mention I have like posts like this one with like Liam. They just posted their newest litter of babies. Same with Travis again, posted babies. More baby. Okay, my Facebook page is just a lot of people posting their babies, but still, baby rabbits are the best. Let's see here. Ah, I saw somebody who's breeding for wide shoulders as well as wide rump. So you do want wide shoulders, right? You want wide shoulders and a wide rump. I'm gonna knock this phone over as I'm reading. So basically, you want these nice wide animals, and their shoulders shall only be slightly smaller than the widest point of their hips. You don't want this when looking at your rabbit. So if this is the butt, did you okay? Did you go boom? I heard that. Did you go boom? Come here. But your shoulders should only be slightly like in compared to your rump. You shouldn't have like a teardrop shape. And a lot of people miss the width of the shoulders when they're looking like above. What did Mary post? The baby. But yeah, it's a baby. It's a bunny. Yeah. But yeah, so but yeah, and then like I don't know if you saw like Noel Little on our Facebook group, y'all. They posted they got some babies out of Tealstone Homesteads out of Tiffany. I am jealous. Oh my god, I took a look at them and I saw those pictures. And sometimes y'all won't see me lurking because I forget to hit the like the react button. You went down? No, okay. Y'all don't see me like hit the react button or I forget to hit the react button. But just know if y'all are in the Facebook page, I'm constantly lurking on y'all and I'm so excited. So excited to see y'all's little wins and your amazing posts and makes me so happy. I love our little community. I really do. It's absolutely fantastic. Makes me happy. Oh. Oh, I hit the thing again. 100% relatable to the ADHD question how I got a manager's position. No, ADHD is the best for management. I feel that, Rune. I feel that. Like, the amount of times I've threatened to eat strawberry because it's like, dude, why haven't you produced anything? And it's like, but I'm. humming. But yeah. You're hungry? You ate like 3 pieces of pizza, dude. You gonna go? Oh, did I shame you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shame you. What? You're not eating more pizza. You ate so many pieces of pizza. You fatty McFatterson. No, she's we had Little Caesars for dinner because one of our traditions when it comes to Fridays is almost always getting pizza for dinner. And we had to replace a tire that decided it was going to run over a nail. And yeah, I basically have terrible mini wrecks. Blessed Pets, have you not seen my photos that show you from when I first got into mini wrecks till now? I started off with mini wrecks that were so long and flat, you could not tell they were mini wrecks. You will get there with proper breeding and careful selection. I promise. And it's such a hard thing, and it's so hard to see in the moment. But one day you're going to look back on the photos of the animals you have now, and you're going to compare them to what you have in your hands, and you are going to be amazed by how far you have come. Trust me, you're going to get better with time. Spit that out. What do you have? Do not put quarters in your mouth. You're going to do fantastic. You just got to work on it. And there's a lot of patience to it as well. There's a lot of patience. Trust me, I didn't think Scotch was having babies the other day, and all of a sudden she had babies. Not that they're worth anything, they're just little meaty nuts, but yeah. Gosh, I'm so excited for this. Well, I'm not allowed to breed now. Well, I get it. If I remember right, Louisiana this time of year is like stupid hot. Hey, Greens! We were just talking about you and your bragging. We were talking about your lion heads. I was talking about everyone's weekly wins and your really poofy little white one that's absolutely fantastic looking. Oh yeah. And then let's see. Blessed, I finally learned how to cull/sell the ones that were holding me back and buy the ones that will improve my stock. That's the hardest thing when you, especially if you get animals you're attached to. I need to buckle down. Moose is on the chopping block if his babies are better than him, and that's a hard thing to say because I've had Moose forever. Not the heat. My parents just think I have too many. I feel that when when I was a kid and I was in 4-H and we were doing the rabbit thing, I didn't have unlimited space. I didn't have control. I came home to another litter of lion heads. Jerk. I'm telling you, you're always getting all the babies. What do you have in your mouth now? What is that? Spit. Do you have anything in your mouth or were you just sucking on your finger? Okay. Anyone want a challenge? She eats everything in like a 2-foot radius. She just like reaches her little hand out and just ah. But yeah, Blessed Pets, you're gonna get there. It's just gonna take time and patience. Time and patience. I still need to learn that at times. I'm horrible with it. Can someone send me the baby dust my way? I will send you all of the baby dust. All of the baby dust. I would say I finally got some baby dust. We finally have multiple litters. And I will say also with all of the litters, I went to going from 2 bags of feed a week to I'm up to 4 bags of feed a week. I'm not happy about that, but I also have Lizzie's litter, Daisy's litter, 2 Nina litters, Cookie's litter. So I have 6 litters right now. 4 babies, 3 torts, and a root. Somebody sent me the tort dust. I got a tort too. I have to hoard my baby dust. My mom has to pregnancy. Rune, stop hoarding the baby dust and share, dude. Share the baby dust. Also, I can't remember if I ever told you guys baby horse's name. We decided to call her Nessia, but baby Nessie. Oh no! Oh, you put users in timeout. That's interesting. As a nickname, no registered name yet, though. Heck yeah! You can call her Nessie's Monster. It's a little too on the nose. No, she is adorable. I was so excited to see those baby photos. Like, oh my god, those baby, and then everything else happened. But but she is a little monster. She's the cutest little monster. This is gonna definitely give you a heart attack, that's for sure. Like a huge heart attack. Bunny. 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 Yeah, I feel like I need to start from scratch and have a bunch. I feel that. Also, found temperature is huge. The hotter it gets, bucks go sterile. Yep. Oh, the hotter it gets, the bucks go sterile. I have a fan going, and I would not be surprised if baby girl. If I have bucks go heat sterile right now, just because it's not even that hot. In the barn, it's only in the upper 70s, but it's kind of reaching. When she first came out, we thought for sure she was a mule because her ears are massive. I love mules. Oh my god, we had a mule growing up. His name was Red, and nasty man, nasty little mule. Just mean as the dickens. Oh, I love that. Love that mule. Hey, you go play. You go play down there. It's been constant 110 Fahrenheit this last month. Ew, no thanks. To play? Go play. Go play. Okay, fine. Come back up. But no, I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Do you feel it? All right. But yeah. Oh, more kissies? Do you want more kissies? And super humid. Oh, I remember that Louisiana humidity. Ah. Oh, you need more kisses? I'm going to post new pictures tonight of two of the kits that I have are looking for, that are looking what? I missed that last bit. That are looking fire right now. Oh, heck, Greens, you need to knock that off, man. I'm gonna end up getting lion heads. Honestly, not sure how the buns are doing so good, but thank goodness. I'm telling you, sometimes it's a little faith, trust, and pixie dust. I run everything on that exactly. Fans and air conditioner running in the barn. Now, granted, my air conditioning is hillbilly air conditioning, but hillbilly air conditioning. Oh, jeez. The hillbilly air conditioning. No, I get like this giant just container out of the freezer, and I put it in front of the fan. Works like a charm. Works like a charm. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you. Telling you. Going to the chapel and we're going to get married. Let's see here what we got. I'm trying here, just looking. Let's see, I didn't get lion heads, but I did add a beautiful Julie Woolly doll. Oh, jeez. My accent just came out real bad. And I plan to get a buck. I blame you for dragging me back to the fuzzy rabbit. I know Greens is horrible about dragging into fuzzy rabbits. He's like, oh, look how soft and fluffy and amazing they are. And we're all just like, they are soft and amazing and fluffy. And then all of a sudden we're getting soft, amazing, fluffy rabbits. It's ridiculous. Ah! But I'm telling you. Mine is a window air conditioner. I wish. So, something we talked about with like with my husband and everything was he's like, when we have the time, we have the money, I'm going to get you like a good barn setup with like the refracting ceiling so that like it's never too hot in the barn with air conditioning. And I am looking forward to that page that time so much to where I can actually get that like 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 I'm telling you. Bless don't want to know what I spent on my new dough. We're not going to talk about how much we spend on breeders, because then my husband would know how much I spent on a breeding rabbit. Then I'll just have Holland Lops and Mini Rex. Nah, I was looking at a blue-eyed white out of California, and they were looking at 120 to 150 depending on like age, sex, if it was proven or not. Let me tell you, I wanted it so bad, and my husband's like, "Oh, I'll get it for you. Like, you can definitely have it. Like, we can go to California and I can pick it up." And he's like, "Well, how much is it?" And I'm just like, "Baby, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. Like, Zem's expensive, and not even like relatively expensive. Like, good breeders are expensive." Like even with the silver foxes, I have a sale that should be happening here at the end of the month, and it's only it's a breeder. Oh, my phone just hit 20%, which means we're gonna get off here soon. But I had the person. I was like, oh, it's $75. It's a base brooder. It'll do decently at show. It's a great start to a program, but it's not fantastic. She isn't just for breeding. She's going to convention. You and your convention stuff, man. Which one is this? I got my Silver Fox Trio for 90, but Silver Fox are rare around here, so we don't exactly have champion lines around here. Right. See, I'm spoiled. Cara is like an hour away. And just for you, Maddie, she was 150. I bet she's gorgeous, though. Like, I'm not shocked, to be honest. Like, especially for a good brood doe plus convention quality, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised in the least of bits. Like, I've seen convention animals go anywhere up, what would you say, probably like 500, Travis? Just, I'm telling you. But yeah, like, good stock. But yeah, I've been spoiled when it comes to silver foxes. I have Cara up the road. So, if I am looking at new stock, the first place I reach out is to her. And I know that might seem a little messed up to some people, but like if you have the resources there, reach out to the resources. And there, oh my god, her animals are beautiful. And the thing is like I have her animals in my barn, right? Danny, Nina, Zeus, all of them are hers. And then by breeding them all together, I got Hades, I have Hera, I have Spot. She's extremely balanced. I bet she is. I bet she's fantastic. But what do you think? Could I sell my blue-eyed white fully pedigreed mini Rex for? So here's the thing, right? When it comes to blue-eyed whites, I don't breed blue-eyed whites because I'm going to make a profit off of them. In fact, blue-eyed whites get me shunned. Most good mini Rex breeders side eye me. I have a judge. I love this judge. He's one of my favorite judges. I absolutely think. What's wrong, baby? What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, did you accidentally take your diaper off? Okay, I'll put it back on. I have this one judge I absolutely love. And every time he sees me throw a blue-eyed white up on the table, he's a mini Rex breeder. He's a really good mini Rex breeder. He looks at me and he just goes, "Why? What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I like blue-eyed whites. I like my Frankenstein rabbits." And he just every single time just shakes his head and he looks at it and he goes, "They're fantastic for blue-eyed whites." I'm like, "Yes, they're fantastic for blue-eyed whites." He goes, "These are so ugly." I'm like, "Yeah, they are." So you don't in the mini Rex community, blue-eyed whites for the most part are shunned. They're just yeah, I was just happy I could get a PB. I feel that. Also, once I put legs on them and breed them, I can start selling babies for 150 plus. Definitely, you can, especially with good, like your lines when it comes to lion heads, especially you have those double maned lion heads that are just like they are fantastic. They are gorgeous. You could definitely like no problem. Like they're lion heads. It's like those people who breed like these gorgeous Angoras or any really woolly or partially woolly breed. They're high maintenance. They're hard to perfect. What's wrong? What are you doing? What's she doing? You want me to eat those toes? But yeah. Let's see here. How easy is size to breed if type is there? Like, what are you trying to do? What are your sizes? What are you aiming for? Because your biggest thing when it comes to size, you need your doe to be big. Your size is going to carry through your doe for a couple of reasons. One, there's a genetic factor there that your size is going to carry through your female line. but also you need your doe to be larger than your buck. If your buck is, I have a small doe. How small? Like, and I don't want to sound rude when I'm saying this. Like, how small? Because here's the thing: if she's too small and you're trying to get too standard, and she's far below, big. Oh, Rune. Like, is she senior? Um, yeah, size is the easiest thing to breed into a rabbit. I agree with greens. With that said, you still want your doe to be the biggest animal. You're gonna end up with less problems in the long run when it comes to the doe for sizes. Yeah, she's not my silver fox though. Okay, if she's not your silver fox, you're good. Like not good necessarily, but Greens is right. Size is one of the easiest things to fix, but it's also one of the most annoying things. She's just the tort I could find so far. I feel that my little tort buck he's a petite little thing, but he'll grow in size. He's only 9 weeks old now. But yeah, size is the easiest thing to fix, but it's also a pain in the butt. Let's see. My blue-eyed castor doe and her tricolored dad are the only ones that are not cow-hawked. What are you working on with them? Are you still doing like a Vienna Boo program? Because casters aren't too bad in blue lines. And the thing is if they're good, breed them back to each other. No, definitely start with the things that are easy to fix, right? Like when you're first starting out and you have big things that you need to fix and you see these huge leaps and bounds with your programs, it gives you like the warm and fuzzy, right? Then when you get to places like I'm in, or probably where Travis also is, right? Where you have the tiniest things to fix, it is the most aggravating thing because like I bred together two of my really great animals. I bred together Wiley to Nina, both of which were a leg off each from the grand champions. I need to go get that fixed. I have a friend asking me to go down to Grand Junction, and I might just do that. But when you're doing like big fixes, it's okay, guys, I'm going to sleep. Got to get up pretty early. Keeping an eye on Facebook group pictures coming through. Heck yeah! See you later, Greens. Good night. Enjoy it. I'm probably going to head off here soon too. Once we hit about an hour. But yeah, just little steps that turn into larger steps when it comes to your stock. Right now, I'm fixing fur. That is such a pain to fix in silver foxes is fur because you have the length, you have the grip, and you have the silvering. And all of it together is a pain in my tuchus. Wouldn't change it for the world. What God is it? Oh God, I have the hiccups. It's a pain in my tuchus. But yeah. You'll get there eventually. You just gotta keep pushing through it. And that's still a mystery for my. No, fur is such a pain. Fur is such a pain in the butt to fix, but I'm getting there. It's getting better. Thank you. Thank you for that. What is that? Here you go. Like a dog toy. Grr. But yeah, so I can tell you right now, like, I have a replacement for Wiley. Hopefully, I gotta grow him out a little more, see if he fills in more. But, basically, he's Wiley with better fur. Rune also ear size is easily the most frustrating thing to control. No, ear size with Mini Rex, man. Oh my god. I get so frustrated with ear size and Mini Rex with summer babies. Because all of a sudden you have this gorgeous little baby, and all of a sudden they're like way too large. Better types. So if you're trying to do tricolors, blessed with pets, you're gonna want to keep your boos far away from it. I haven't thought that one yet. It's little things, Rune. It's little things. But blessed with pets. If you're focusing on tricolors, like you need to keep your tricolors separate from your blue-eyed whites because if you're because with tris, they're a broken variety of Harlequin, which means they can easily hide the Vienna gene because you can't find random white spots because it just looks like a weird patterning on the animals. And when it comes down to mixing blue-eyed whites with brokens, it's hard to track. The problem is my only doe I have are boos. So You really this is where you need to sit down and decide what you're doing then. Because especially if you have a small rabbitry where you have a very, very limited amount of space, you are running two huge programs. You're running a tricolored program and a boo program. Both of them have one thing in common, in that you have a lot of non-showable animals within the breeding program. That's why I was saying I want a Harlequin doe. Yeah, if you want something like that, it might be worth getting rid of your boos then. And here's the thing. It might be easier to do a Harlequin or a Harlequin slash tricolored program than it is going to be a boo program. That's like with the dwarf hodos. They are actually black rabbits with one big white spot, basically. Sports can't be shown, only the ones with eyeliner. Yep, exactly. And these rabbits that, especially the patterned rabbits or the very specific genetic rabbits, there is so many times where you have those sports colors that you need for the breeding program. They are pertinent to a breeding program, but it's taking up cage space of things that can't be shown. Now, I run my program a little slick in that most of the Vienna carrying animals that I have are still showable. And I do that for a purpose in that I want to look back on my pedigree, even with my Vienna carriers, and not have them be Vienna marked. So, for instance, my little Castor doe that I was posing up on my Facebook group out of Daisy, she's showable. She's a gorgeous looking rabbit. Also, Maddie, when I bred mini Rexes, I never once had a Harlequin and produced tricolors constantly from broken blacks and blacks that was all in genetics. Yep, it is. It is. There's so much that you can do with a breeding program when it comes to Harlequins and when it comes to tries, when it comes to broken blacks, where it just doesn't work for you, no matter how much you try to do it. It's a pain in the butt when it comes to genetics sometimes. Um, I have my 9-month-old Rex doe with only reds in her background, but she is half the size and won't breed. So here's the thing, and this is one of the things I think we've talked about before. If they're not breeding, they're not producing, it's time to move them on from the breeding program. Especially if you have limited cage space. Now, you don't necessarily need to eat it, you don't need to cull it that way, but you do need to move on from that. Okay, Julie, have a great night. I feel that. I'm getting ready to get off too, to be honest. But please keep us updated on bye bye. Please keep us updated on mama and baby. Bye bye. Are you ready to go, Mimi's? Bye bye. If you're working with newer breeds that don't have a lot of varieties approved, that's always a pop up. Yep, it really is, and it's so frustrating. Bye bye. Are you ready to go, Mimi's? Bye bye. Okay, y'all. My youngest here is ready to go to sleep. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here. Yeah, bye bye. I'm gonna hop off here too. Um, I'm gonna try to keep up with this Friday. Bye bye with this Friday Night Live again. My goal is to keep this up and everything. So good night, everyone. Thank you for hanging out with me. Please check out the Patreon and give me feedbacks. If nothing else, I would really appreciate it, especially if you're on the Facebook group. So I'll see y'all later. Say bye bye. Bye bye.